Welcome to your weekly astrology forecast. This is for all zodiac signs, and it's going to be a brief summary of this week ahead. As we move through the week, I think you're going to get an idea through this video of the planetary motions, the major transits, and the major aspects between those planets and how they may impact you. Please do leave comments below because I would love to know about how all these energies are impacting you. And let me know what you think about what you think about the astrology. So this week is actually a pretty solid week, but there are a few major aspects. One that we really need to discuss right up front, in that the Sun and Pluto are both in Capricorn and they're getting closer throughout this week. And by the end of the week, they will be in loose conjunction with each other within about 7 degrees of each other. And that's just going to increase over time. Now, the Sun conjunct Pluto is an extremely potent energy that's filled with a lot of transformative power. And so, especially for those of you who are born toward the end of Capricorn season, so this would be toward the end of January, is going to really feel it, because the Sun-Pluto conjunction is going to be conjuncting your natal sun. And so, even though all of Capricorn over the past several years have been feeling different shifts and changes, things ending, shutting down, and making space for other things, new things to come into their life, this is when you guys are going to really start feeling the transformative effects of Pluto. But the fact that the Sun is now conjunct to Pluto while it will be conjunct your natal sun is going to make it extremely intense. And I'm going to tell you this right now. All the changes that are going to happen in your life, and with Pluto, they're not all going to be ones that are selected by you. Some of them are going to be ones that Pluto has seen, that stuff that just needs to stop. It just needs to end, and you're not going to have much choice in it. But because there's this conjunction with the Sun and with your natal sun, you are going to have the strength, the courage, and the creativity to be able to see how fantastic these opportunities are and be able to run with them, realizing that you do need a change in your life. And these are opportunities as opposed to curses or burdens. The Sun conjunct Pluto is a marvelous energy for all of us, even if you're not Capricorn, in that it makes us more powerful and everything more ready to be done. I'm finished. It's over with all this old shit, and I want complete renewal. I want a complete restart. This is a wonderful time for us to get ourselves out of old routines or habits that we've fallen into, especially toxic ones, and to be able to start seeing that there's life beyond them and that there's possibility outside of them. Globally, this could be, because it's in Capricorn, secrets that are uncovered and discovered. It also could, unfortunately, push us toward the other extreme of very charismatic but shady people dominating, and us kind of seeing that. But I think there's going to be an expose factor that's going on in the next week or so, where we'll start to see more of their underbelly, underworkings, and start to realize just who we made heroes may not have been such a great thing. There are other kind of pinpoint activities in the sky, so let's go over them. A grand square, I got it written down. A grand fixed square was what happened on Sunday, and I think all of us will feel that. In the feeling would be, since it's a grand square, grand cross between the fixed signs, is feeling stuck or feeling fixated on what we already have. Nothing new, nothing fresh. But it can give us a sense of use what you have. Do with what you have. Don't look for anything new. Look at what Look at what you have and look at what you can do with it. There is a bit of stubbornness that's going to be in the air and maybe revealed in that you thought something was going to happen and it didn't because it was stuck. It was stuck in the way things have always been. This grand square doesn't last long, but it will, because the sun is starting to conjunct Pluto, start to expose some things that are going on that are stuck, that are not moving forward for just the reason of usually fear. I'm just going to say it out straight up, FYI. There is still a beautiful trine between Uranus and Mercury retrograde. So we should be able to figure out clever things to do, but with what we already have, right? And to articulate them in interesting ways. So that could be a blessing in disguise here. The Mars retrograde Venus trine will give us a sweet harmony, especially with what we already have. So that could help out a bit, right? Is a sense of maybe we feel a little stuck right now because I'm not ready to move forward. It's always scary to move forward. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I just think we'll be gentler on people who haven't been able to move, right? Who haven't been able to get out of their ruts. But at the same time, sometimes you can't be gentle on yourself. If you're gonna make change, you have to make the decision for change. The change has to happen. Happy birthday, Doug Denny, in your mind first. So know that. So let's go into Monday with a Venus square to the north and south nodes. There's shifts in value systems and maybe your relationships. It's a good time for a check-in terms of how far you've evolved, how far you've come, and whether or not you've actually done enough. Physically made choices that have changed enough so that you are evolving instead of stuck. Maybe even with your appearance, right? And how you take care of yourself. It's a good time to check in and take stock. Do you like what you see? The moon will be opposite Saturn, which is late Leos especially, will expose the conflicts between the work-home life balance and maybe with parenting conflicts or conflicts because of a father figure. Late Aquarians could even experience an impasse with a mother or with motherhood. Where is your stubbornness the problem? Because with Aquarians, it will be your stubbornness being the issue. FYI, Tuesday, though there may be some issues between what your mother wants and what you want for you. Mid to late Capricorns, the sun will be conjuncting your natal sun over the next 2 weeks. We went into this since Pluto is near your natal sun, conjunct your natal sun. This is a time when you will feel powerful and motivated to end old cycles and to shift again. You will be ready to ditch that old thing that's just been hanging around. Attitudes, jobs, careers, mindsets, your looks, relationships, and to begin again. Some of you will start to see things happening even without your... we talked about this. You're choosing it. This is a powerful reset for you. And it's happening more around Tuesday, Wednesday, because it's a little bit more into the week because the sun has to shift closer to Pluto. But like I've seen with Capricorns, with all Capricorns over the past couple of years, these Pluto impacts don't happen overnight. And it's almost like the changes take a while. They could take years to happen, right? So it's like Capricorns later on in the Capricorn season. So I would say, maybe say the last week in January, Capricorns are probably just starting or have just started over the past 2 years to feel the effects of Pluto and the motivation to change, or the, ass kicking you out the door kind of changes. And that's just the impact that Pluto's going to have on in your life. And even though Pluto will move out of Capricorn in the next couple of years, you'll still be feeling that impact since the energy, takes so long to reach you. You'll be feeling that impact at least for the next 5 years, FYI. For those Aquariuses born, say late January 1st or first week in February, so late to mid Aquarians, Venus is now conjuncting your natal sun, infusing you with beauty and attractiveness and optimism. But the square to the nodes implies you're having a karmic check-in. You may find you need to do some good for others to balance the good that you're receiving. Mercury retrograde is also trine to Uranus, and the North Node. Get ready to realize something you've forgotten, or it could be information coming in that finally arrives by surprise to help you redirect a decision. And by the end of the week, the sun will be in a closer conjunction to Capricorn, which is setting off a change of heart. Could mean major exposures for people in industries. So I've already said that. Anyway, so get ready for a powerful impact of the sun and Pluto especially. And I think that's the most powerful aspect of the sky. What I see overall in general is the mentality this week of value systems shifting. And like I said, they don't ever shift quickly, but you're starting to see the chips and the cracks in the old systems. You're starting to see Pluto's impact on kind of the wrecking ball effect of Pluto. These, especially corporate systems, maybe personally that would impact your career and what you want out of life, and how you feel about yourself doing what you do. All of those things will start to rattle you right now. And I think it was really set off by the full moon we experienced last week. What am I missing at home? What am I not getting a chance to experience? Am I really comfortable with what I'm doing right now? Or, because it's not about comfort. Am I really happy with it? Am I really prospering? Those dreams I had as a kid, have I even paid attention to them? Do I still have them? Do I still think about them? And do I want to stay complacent to the position I have in my life? And like I said, there are going to be things with Pluto conjunct the sun that are going to start to break down, that you don't have a choice about. You're not going to get a choice, and this is just something that you're going to have to react to and think, okay, how do I incorporate this into my life? Some helpful transits this week are the Uranus trine to Mercury, and later on in the week, I forget what day it is. Maybe I should have written that down. There's a grand trine in the sky when it's a grand air trine when the moon is in Libra. So that will actually help clear our thoughts and create clarity, because the trine is between the moon in Libra, Venus in Aquarius, and Uranus. Venus in Aquarius and Mars in Gemini. So there's definitely more of a romantic feeling or a clarity as to what do I want in my relationships? What do I want or expect from the person I love or I want to fall in love with? Or there could just be clarity that helps us want to start making shifts or changes in our current relationship status. For those of you who are single, maybe there's clarity or understanding of why and do I want to be still, or why do I feel more comfortable? Why do I feel more comfortable being single as opposed to being with somebody? These are periods of thought that will help to sort of aha moment and even make communications, and this is important as well, even make communications about your feelings and about your desires and taking action to communicate them. So this is on Friday. Friday, there's going to be a grand air trine between Venus, Mars, and the moon. And it's a beautiful day for your relationships, for clarity within your relationships, and for beautiful, positive, healthy, happy, and clear communication within your relationships, about your relationships, or about the things that you want, expect, or hope come out of your relationships. So those are the highlights this week. Please let me know in the comments below how you're feeling them start to impact you. Of course, even if your birthday is not in those specific times or areas, you will be feeling this energy play out in one area of your life or another. I highlight the birthdays to let you know who is going to be experiencing the major impact. But all of us somehow, since it is the general astrology right now, it will impact us, even if only from a distance and from a general perspective of like what's happening in society right now. So let me know in the comments below how you feel this energy is impacting you, how you've noticed it impacting you. I would love to know. And if you want to join me for live chats every single weekday, Monday through Friday, I have live chats here and do a general tarot card reading and a daily astrology overview. I would love to have you join me, but please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you can participate in the live chats and so that you're notified when I go live, because it's at all different times during the week. And meanwhile, over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, remember that I come out with 12 zodiac sign specific messages every single week for you guys and tarot card readings. So please head on over there, subscribe over there, and enjoy those 12 messages. I'm sure your sun, moon, and rising sign video has got to be over there, and I hope that you enjoy that. And if you want a deeper connection and interaction with me, there are channel memberships over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot that you can join and get members only live chats with me, special videos that nobody else gets to see, different emojis and badges that other people don't get to use. There's a lot of perks. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the live chats.